Your curiosity gets the better of you, and you decide that you want to know just what made that sound in the alley. As you make your way across the street, your friends look on except Candace, who asks you what you're doing. You tell her about the noise that you heard and that you're going to go check it out. She tells you that she's coming along, because now she wants to know too. You both cross the street and go into the alleyway where you heard the disturbance. You call out to see if anyone is there, as you can't make out much in the dim light. You don't hear anything at first. No greetings or confirmations of anybody there at all. You look around, squinting against the darkness to see if maybe any animals are here, but see nothing. Then, as you walk a little further in, you hear it. A low, heavy, rasping breathing. In moments, it turns into a full-fledged moan. You don't see anything, but know enough from years of horror movies that alley is not the place that you want to be right now. You turn to Candace and tell her to run, as you begin to do so yourself. Confused, Candace follows suit, thinking it best not to stay where you're so frightened. As you race across the street, you see Alex coming around the corner with the van. You rush inside and tell everyone to get in as fast as they can. "What's the matter?" asks Alex. "Why are you so worked up all of a sudden?" You look towards the alley and see what you had hoped had only been imagined. A zombie. Alex turns to look, and as he does, you see the color drain from his face. He looks back to the road and without saying a word takes off as fast as he can. Thankfully, everyone is in the van and buckled. You ask Alex where he is going, but he doesn't answer. He seems to be in shock at what he just saw. Watching the road, you begin to recognize the route he is taking and realize that Alex is driving back to his home. When you all arrive at Alex's house, everyone gets out and rushes inside. Having explained along the way to everyone what you saw and heard, an argument broke out in the van and had continued on into the house. Jake, Sandra, and Ashley are all adamant that you, Candace, and Alex were hallucinating. You keep bringing up that Alex is sober, but they keep arguing anyway. After a while, Josh pipes up. All right, that's enough. If there are actually zombies, shouldn't we be barricading and whatnot, preparing? I mean, even if there aren't any, we could, pretend it's a survival situation kind of game, right? Everyone stares at Josh for a minute. Then Alex and Candace get up and start to drag heavy furniture against the doors. As it looks like they aren't going to win this one, the three dissenters decide to pitch in, and soon everyone is helping out. A couple of hours, some Advil, and several glasses of water later, the house is about as barricaded as any of you suspect it will get. There are blankets and cushions in the living room to sleep on. Food and water are plenty, thanks to Alex having been grocery shopping just a couple of days ago, and there is a good selection of sharp and heavy tools due to Alex being an avid do-it-yourselfer. After a few minutes of sitting around, Sandra facepalms. Why don't we just turn on the TV or radio or something? Everyone looks at her in amazement, as if she had just discovered the wheel. Jake turns on the TV and flips it over to the news. Nothing. Not a thing mentioned about odd happenings, riots, strange attacks, or any stereotypical zombie news. Just the same regular news stuff. After having watched several news stations over the next half hour with no mention of anything zombie-like, you begin doubting what you had saw and heard, but can't figure out what else it could have been. Ashley gets up and starts to leave. Is anybody going to help me debarricade this door so I can leave? Will you help Ashley? Or will you insist on her staying? Alrighty folks, so there you have it, this week's episode of Branching Tales Weekend Plans, and you are presented with a choice of two options. Are you going to let Ashley go outside? I mean, you haven't heard anything about any attacks. For all you know, you were just hallucinating, right? Or are you going to insist on her staying inside? I mean, there's definitely zombies out there, aren't there? So you got to make sure that she's protected. What are you going to do? One or the other? So, leave your comments down below, and I will tally up the votes on Friday and let you guys know how it's going to turn out. And I really hope for a unilateral vote, or at least a deciding vote. I don't want to have to roll the die again, but if I do, then I got to do it. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and do stay tuned for the rest of the week for my other shows. I'm Drominicus, and I'm out.